Hi y'all, it's Kimberly here. To my new subscribers, thank you for coming to my channel, and all the people who have been supporting me for a while. Thank you so much. I've been really exhausted the past week. I was late on a podcast last month. I'm fixing to make the one tonight, so it'll be ready for tomorrow for my dog show, the dog show with Kimberly Quintanilla. And it's just this past week or two I've been really exhausted, just run down. I have a little black eye, kind of. My dog head-butted me. He gets a little excited, and he just, bam, hit me in the head. And it's probably the fifth or, sixth, seventh black eye he's given me. But he is a pit bull, and they have a tendency to headbutt sometimes. They get very excited, and he's very sweet and loving, and but he's a good guard dog. And I'm going to show you why. This is why he's a good guard dog. There was somebody that was, I'm not sure if they were in my front yard. My front yard is not very wide. From the porch to the sidewalk is probably not even 15 feet. I don't like the way my setup is. It's so close to the sidewalk, and the house it's a really tiny house, and it's on a corner, and it's just the way it's positioned. And sometimes I can hear people that are across the street walking, or I just hear a lot of conversation very close to the door. And this time it sounded like somebody was almost in my front yard or something, and my dog kind of went off, and he charged at the door, and he pounded on the door he jumped at the door, pushed it at first, and by the time I scrambled to get my phone, it unnerves me when that happens, because I didn't hear anything at first, and he just jumped out of bed, and I was already in bed. It was late, and well, actually I fell asleep on the couch, and I'd been asleep maybe 45 minutes or an hour, I guess. I don't really remember. It was my night off, and sometimes I'd stay up a little bit later on my night off, but I just fell asleep. I was so exhausted, I finally fell asleep. I was trying to do some stuff on my phone, do some just work a little bit on my accounts, and it rattled me when that happened. He just charged at the door, and then I got close to the door, and I could kind of hear, and he pushed me out of the way. He had already headbutted me earlier in the day, and it was an accident. He just wanted, he just got so excited, and this time he charged between me and the door, and he pushed me out of the way. I nearly fell, but that's how protective he is of me. And he was just not, I was gonna try to crack the door and see, but I couldn't do it. He wouldn't let me. And I could hear conversation between a man and a woman. And I kind of thought it was somebody walking in the street. Well, at first it scared me, because I thought they were on the porch, and it was late at night, and I don't open my door late at night. And he was getting more and more agitated. It's getting dark out here again. I have my little lighting set up here. It's not very good, though. And he was just insistent that I would not open the door. And then I think I heard a dog on the porch. So I think it might have been a couple that was walking their dog, and the dog came up to our porch. Probably smelled my dog or something like that. And I'm going to see if I can turn this light on a little brighter. Yeah, okay, that's better. This is just this little, I'm going to bring it down here. I don't want to It's one of those little clip-on lights, and it's really pretty good. It's just, I had to have it rigged up here I had to put it on my visor kind of, and I was trying to keep it stable. And anyway, so that kind of rattled me. And I was so exhausted from the whole week. And then I woke up and I was really nerve-wracked. And I'm glad that I have dogs. That's one of the main reasons why I have dogs. Besides the fact that I love them dearly. But that's my dog in action and how protective he is of me. And I also have another one, a smaller one that was in the bedroom. And she was, I'm not sure she was awake. She was asleep at the time, but I don't remember. You might hear her barking oh, well, it's just a small clip. I don't know if you'll hear, I don't know. But this whole week has been really exhausting. This light is just fading worse and worse. And I'm trying to find a way to position this. It needs to be above me. I guess I don't have a really good place to put this. I got to figure something out with this. And I did a video and I fell asleep after I was going to post it last night, but I fell asleep. I had got it edited and everything with well, I don't think I did a lot of editing. I just put the intro and the outro on it. And then I fell asleep, so I didn't get that loaded up. And it's a long video, but I think I will probably, I'm not sure if I'm going to post that one tonight or this one. I'll post one today and one tomorrow. But I went to McDonald's and I ate their their deluxe crispy chicken sandwich. And it was pretty good, but the thing is, I took a nap today and I woke up starving. I was like not really going to do a mukbang, but I was so hungry. And I was still a little groggy. I'm still a little tired. I was like, I don't want to cook anything. And so I just went to McDonald's. I was like, I've been wanting to try this crispy chicken sandwich. It's got lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise on it. And it's this lighting thing, I'm sorry, this is making me crazy. I'm going to have to turn this one on because it's getting so dark here. But it was pretty good, except it was overcooked. It was very dark when I got it. And I was like, oh, they didn't burn it. When I looked at it, it was like really dark. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. And parts of it were a little chewy because it was kind of dry because it was overcooked. But then I got into, like, the last part was really thick piece of meat. And it was overcooked, but it tasted really good. The bread or whatever, that breading or whatever they use on it. I really like the flavor of that. And it came with like the large fry, and then I got the large drink. And in the town I live in, that's the only McDonald's. And they were being very loud. It was hotter than hell in there. I was sweating. And usually I wear a hoodie, and it's a little bit cool out here. It just started to turn cool. It was really hot today. But we're having a little bit of the next week, our nighttime temperatures are dropping down in the 40s, which that's fine. So it's already starting to turn a little, not cold, but it's cooling down, which I love that. When we have a really hot day, I love for it to drop down. I like the nighttime temperatures to drop down. But it was so hot. Even the other customers that came in, they sat across from me on another table, and they're like, it's hotter than hell in here. They were all complaining about, it's hotter than hell. Where's the temperature gauge? I'm going to turn it up. They were complaining they wanted to turn it up. And I think one of the girls got up to go complain about it. But the manager nowadays in restaurants that I've noticed, they have no filter. People curse like the F word is normal. It's becoming like normal conversation now, and nobody complains about it. And there was an elderly gentleman up by the cash register that was already sitting down. Oh my gosh, I'm in the dark again. And I already got my food, and he was waiting for something to go, and he was standing kind of by the counter area, and she yelled something like, give me some effing fries, or she called out something that she was waiting on. And I was like, did I hear what I heard? And I kind of looked around. There's like a little partition, but I could lean around it. And I saw the elderly man. He had a look on his face, and I looked at him and I was like, we both. So I guess she did say that, but I was a little shocked. I mean, it was the manager, and I was like, God, and I hear that more and more and more when I go out to eat, and the way they talk, the employees are so loud, and they talk amongst themselves. They're not even talking amongst themselves. They're like yelling at each other. And back a long time ago, when I first started, I worked at a few fast food places when I was young, a teenager, and that kind of behavior you would have been fired for if you did that in front of the customers or very loudly like that. That was not done. You didn't hear behavior like that before, but now it's so commonplace. I mean, I was at, I don't want to say the restaurant because I really do like this restaurant, and one of the managers was coming out of the office, and he said something about this effing thing. He was talking to another manager. I don't remember, about the grease traps or something. It was something had to do with the restaurant and how it wasn't working right, or this effing thing was not effing working. And I was like, God, I'm right here. I was like 6 feet from him and didn't even register to him, didn't even look at me, nothing. Just no concern whatsoever how he sounded or how it sounded. So that was my experience, and I'm not going to complain about it because I live in this town and I eat there all the time. If it was a big, huge deal, I would complain about it. I rarely complain about things like that at restaurants. I'm usually not real picky as long as it's clean and I get my food in a timely manner. There's times when it has taken like 20 or 30 minutes for me to get like a fast food item, and that I did complain about because I'd say longer than 20 minutes. I mean, that's enough patience from the customer, really. Most people would complain before that. And the only thing is, if there's a hair in my food, I will discreetly tell them, hey, there was a hair in my food, and I don't make a big deal out of it. I just want another one. I want to clean because I can't eat this. I can't eat. And I've never been treated badly for that. They're like always apologetic. If you act really nice and discreetly, a lot of times they are very apologetic and they give you, a brand new meal. So I've never had issues like that, I don't believe. And I think the only other time I was at a small pizza place. It's a well-known chain, and I think I've complained about this before in another video, but the guy, I ordered a small pizza to go for myself, and I was waiting at a table about 10 feet away, and he leaned over the counter and he whistled, and I had my back to the counter, I think, or either I was turned sideways, one or the other. I wasn't face to face with him. And I heard this whistle, and I was like, and he was like he was calling a dog, the way you'd whistle to call a dog. And I just, did this person whistle at me? And I didn't move. I didn't move or anything. Did a second time. I was like, what the? And then I think he did like the third time, and I was upset. I got off. I don't remember what I said, but I did call back and I griped about it, and I complained to the manager for like 10 minutes over the phone, admonishing them of how they should act and how they shouldn't. I was very upset, and it was very, insulting. It's like, you don't whistle at women, you don't call them like dogs. I'm not going to answer to, a dog call. And so usually if there's something really wrong with my food, maybe if it's so drastic that I can't eat it, then I'll complain about it. Mostly I haven't had too many issues like that at restaurants that I've gone to. And most of the time, if you're really nice, they really don't have an issue. I don't think I've ever been treated badly, but I don't have a behavior to, I'm not a Karen. Let me speak to your manager. I don't act like that, I think people who act like that, they have more trouble because they don't at least show some kind of respect in the beginning to allow them to respect you back, And I just wish more people would be more thoughtful, because working in a place like that at low wages, And I had already applied to work at that place for a part-time job a few years ago, I believe. Or maybe it was last year. I don't remember. It was a while back. But the pay was so low. And it wasn't even minimum wage. It was above minimum wage. But it was so low. I was like, no, forget it. This is after I was hired. And I kind of felt guilty, but really in a way not, because of the low pay. It was just, I was like, no, I can't do it, Okay, thank you all for coming to my channel, and I've been a little tired lately. I've got a video for today and tomorrow. I might be taking another day or two off, just trying to recharge, because we worked overtime at my job, and when I worked at my job overtime, I got a free, those of us who showed up for the overtime, we got free pizza. My boss bought us all pizza, and we got our lunch paid for. And so that was a real good benefit, kind of the difference in a lot of jobs, like I was saying, that low paying job, and the difference between, a better paying job and the benefits that you might get, and thankfully I'm able to work at a place like that right now. It is somewhat sort of temporary. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this, but I try to have a little bit of empathy, or I know some people are in a stressful job, and that's why I like my job right now, because I don't have a whole lot of stress, and I try to be really empathetic, or a little bit kinder, because I've worked in those jobs, and it can be very demeaning, very stressful, and just the way you treat people, give them a little bit of dignity. Even if there is an issue or a problem, try to be nice first. Try to go that route first. I mean, I hope that's the only route you have to take. Okay, I will be back. Maybe, I don't know, like I say, I might be taking a few days off. But thank you all for coming to my channel. Thank you so much.